So Majespecter combo to search Nib and DROLL mid combo because very funny hand trap.
Okay, right. So the combo basically works with Bunbuku and either one of these. Because Bunbuku searches the other one, basically. But we'll do it starting with Bunbuku and Yamarashi. Right, so you normal Bunbuku, then Bunbuku effect will grab Majesty. Then you special summon Yamarashi because you control the Majespecter, so you can do that. Then you link both these off. For it's important you make Beyond the Pendulum because that doesn't lock you into Majespecters and Draco Slayers, which is why this combo works. Then you use Beyond the Pendulum. She adds any pendulum by paying 1200. You add Power Load. And you scale Majesty and you scale Power Load. And then you want a Pendulum Summon. This combo is also like, you don't need to search DROLL and Nib in this instance, but because of Beyond the Pendulum's second effect, this combo is also like quite efficient at going second. Because if two monsters with different levels are special summoned to Beyond the Pendulum's link zones, you can target two cards on the field and destroy them. And he's level 3 and he's level 4. So if it is relevant, that effect can also be activated. Right, but now we've got these two. So now we want to use the effect of Majesty. If you've got a Draco Slayer or a Majespecter in your other scale, you can add one Draco Slayer that isn't the other scaled monster. And then optionally you can destroy one card in your Pendulum scale. So we're going to add another copy of Majesty because she can add herself. And you don't need to destroy anything, so we're not going to do that. Because then we're going to use Power Load to his effect lets you summon the other scale if it's a Draco Slayer or a Dynamist. Good luck finding a Dynamist, but yeah. Right. Her effect on summon. Because she's summoned by the effect of a Draco Slayer card, she adds any field spell that you need from deck to hand. In this particular instance, it is Majesty's Pegasus. And we're just discarding this, but if this will be better in your hand, you can discard something else, because I'm obviously only doing it from the two from the 2 cards you need, but you'll start with a 4 card hand, obviously. Right, so we activate the field spell. Then we are going to overlay into Majespecter Draco Ryu. Twice per turn, if a card is tributed, you can detach one material from it to summon a level 6 or lower wind spellcaster from your deck. Unban Kirin, just saying. Right, you contribute a wind spellcaster to summon a level 4 or lower Majespecter monster from your deck. So we're going to use that, tribute the Bunbuku, which gets Bird. Right. Okay, it's very important that you sequence it this way. You have to use Ryu on this chain link 1 because all the old Majespecters are optional when effects. So if you do it at chain link 2, then miss timing, which is very depressing, but it is what it is, isn't it? So a monster attributed to you do this, and then chain this. So this adds a spell. This will summon a level 6 or lower wind spellcaster. So this adds Majespecter Wind, which we'll need in a moment. And this will just summon either QB or Ogama, because you just get you're searching your traps basically. So we'll summon QB first. Right, new chain, QB effect. We're going to grab Tempest. You don't want to set. When we summon Ogama in a minute, he sets a spell or trap, but that you don't want to set this because like it lets your opponent know exactly where it is, and this is like your biggest,
interruption.
Yeah, it's your biggest interrupt. That like if you can hide it in any way whatsoever, you should be doing that. Right. So next, we're going to use Wind. Tribute either of these. It doesn't matter which one. but just for the sake of it, I am going to tribute QB.
Is it because they're both 4s that it doesn't matter?
Yeah, it like basically because they're they're both targets for it, and you just need to summon something else. I've tributed this one because it's a low scale, and we need a low scale later because this combo involves Exceed the Pendulum, which has a recursion effect if you've got pendulum summonable scales. So this will summon this. Then again, new chain. Chain it 1 Ryu, chain it 2 Ogama. This sets, so it's going to set Tornado. And we'll set that there. And then, yeah, this will be chain link 1. Which summons Droll, because Droll is a level 6 or lower wind spellcaster. Very comedic. Right, so now we link summon. This is a pendulum monster as well, as you probably noticed. So when it leaves the field, it goes to the extra deck. And then we link into Akashic Magician. Akashic Magician bounces the monsters on its summon that its link arrows are pointing to. So this adds Droll. Right, then we can go with either of these and make Exceed the Pendulum. Exceed the Pendulum on summon adds any pendulum monster from face up in your extra deck back to your hand. So as you can see here, like all my others are high scales, which is why you want to put a low scale back in your extra deck. So then you rescale him. So your scale's not like this, and you've got some Majespecters in your graveyard because you detached them and discarded them. So you use Exceed the Pendulum now. She summons a pendulum monster from hand or graveyard whose level is between your scales, and we've got 2 and 6. So this summons Yamarashi back. Yamarashi's effect on normal or special summon resets a Majespecter spell. So it resets wind. Right, now, at this point, you're mostly free to do whatever you want. You set Tempest. Like obviously in this instance, they know where Tempest is because it's the only other card it's the only other card that like they'd be afraid of, and you've set it here because you've set these 2 off your other effects. But in general, you don't want to set Tempest with Ogama, so to hide it, to play around things like Cosmic Cyclone. Right, so we're not locked into anything at all because we didn't make New A. So depending on what your extra deck is like, you can make Appaloosa if you want. You can make Maguska if Maguska does anything, because you've got wind to resummon a wind spellcaster to power these. So the fact that you don't end on a wind spellcaster doesn't matter so much, so long as you just flick this in their draw phase, because then you can just summon one back, and then you've got either of these online. But to search Nibiru, if you think that Droll and Nib sounds alright, doesn't it? So if Droll and Nib beats the person that you're playing, you just overlay these 2 into Gallant Granny. You detach 1, and then you add a rock from deck to hand, which Nibiru is a rock. So yeah. So your board currently is Exceed the Pendulum, and this revive effect, by the way, is during either player's turn in the main phase, like a certain other card should be, but we won't talk about that right now. So we've got 3 Majespecters in the graveyard that we can summon, so Wind can summon 1 of them, or you can wait till the main phase if you're feeling, a bit spicier. Summon 1 of them back. You summon this with her, then you can flip Wind, tribute it, and then summon 2, because you get Bumbuku, and then Bumbuku can add this, and this can special summon itself in your opponent's turn as well. So both of them are then live. But yeah, that's the full thing. But yeah, like I said, any rank 4 or the link monster that you think would be beneficial, you can summon them because you're not locked into anything. Like SP is another good option that I've done a couple of times. He's decent as well. he'll get you follow up if you feel droll and nib is enough to stop your opponent. This the follow up you get off this is quite strong. No, but yeah, that is the long and short of it.
That is.
Yeah, that is the full combo.